What is up, One Piece fans? We have got Monkey D. Luffy from Bandai. This is their anime heroes line. These go for about 20 bucks around there. I think they're literally like 19.99. Very cheap figures, and they don't seem to be too bad. And we're gonna take a closer look at them and everything. So let's go ahead and pull out this Luffy. We've got some random other anime-esque figures to kind of compare it to, but let's get him out and look at him. Straight out of the box, you pull out the sleeve, and that could be a cool little, put your figures in there, take a snapshot and everything, and that'll probably be somewhere along what our thumbnail for the video ends up being. That's one thing I do like. We've got Luffy in here. It looks like we've got 2 sets of extra hands, and that's about it. Straw hat on the back. Cool. Let's go ahead and pull him out and take a look. Now there we have him out of the box and everything, and first impressions is I'm not a big fan of the joints at all on this guy. I really am not. He's put together very thin and fragile, but like, I mean, it is kind of accurate, like how thin like the limbs are and everything. Let's be honest, Luffy is a scrawny ass motherfucker. Okay, so they definitely get that right and everything, but like like his legs are very hard to like pose, and they want to kind of do what they want and everything. Could be a little bit bad case of, you know, bad luck with the draw pulling it out and everything, you know, could just be a little bit of that, but it seems like it's a little bit more than just a little bit of poor, like, you know, might have like passed through quality without noticing loose joints and everything. Like, it seems like his legs just kind of, I want to say they're pegged in here and stuff, but I'm not entirely sure, because like they're all sorts of separate pieces, and trying to get him to stand, like, I mean, like his legs were kind of just going all over the place, like wobbling and stuff. Like, you can't even see when I'm messing around down there. I need to pay attention to the camera better apparently, but like when I'm trying to pose him and stuff, like his legs just kind of go everywhere. Like it's gonna be hard to get him, not hard, but just like it's gonna be more work to get him into a more realistic pose. And like you can see, like, he's got them chicken legs, and like it definitely needs tighter joints and everything. He is a decent-ish figure for the price and everything. I mean, he's 20 bucks. He isn't terrible, but I mean, like, these Dragon Stars, like, they're also by Bandai, and like they're also like 25 bucks. These, I am already calling it, are much better figures than this Luffy is. And I'm kind of disappointed by that, because, like, you know, I was thinking like these anime heroes, like, kind of like this was gonna be like what got me into like looking into like some of the SH figure arts and stuff like that, is because, like, you know, some of those definitely look better, but for the price that you're paying for some of them, like, I wanted to kind of, these have a similar joint system from what I'm seeing. I'm sure the SH figure arts are definitely better figures. I'm sure they are, but like, this doesn't make me want to buy one of those. But there is a Luffy on pre-order for like 35 bucks, and I might do that just to check it out and hopefully be a little bit more impressed. He definitely looks right. He does not look bad at all. I'm just not a fan of this joint system that they got going on here and everything. And like, I don't think he's going to stand up by himself at all in a lot of these poses that you would like to get him into. Maybe he will if you get it just right. You can kind of feel that he's trying to. If you're looking at what I'm doing, I'm trying to 1 foot him and everything, and like, I can almost get it. I'm sure if I messed around a little bit, you're gonna have to be patient with these guys. That's what the big thing is. Like, it's not gonna be just an easy snag and grab. I don't like how it does not have a waist, which is what the sash is covering up. If we look closely, we can see that that's just an odd molding choice. Probably saved a little bit money, kept the figures cheap, but I mean, you could have other ways to do that. And then the hat, iconic straw hat, is wrapped around his neck. You're gonna have to pop that head off to get it off. See, do these heads come off? We're gonna find out, guys. Oh, well, that wasn't what we wanted there. But I guess that's the waist joints. Very interesting, very interesting. Just try to pop him back. You guys are watching me just destroy this thing. I bet you could take off his vest too. We got quiet there for a second, and I apologize for that. I really want to get this head off. I want to get that hat. Oh, that's a hell of a fucking neck peg on that thing. That thing did not want to come. But there we got the hat. Unfortunately, it is not a big enough hole, which I think is the biggest disappointment. Is like, if you're going to do a character that specializes in a hat with an iconic look, he should be able to wear the hat. Because I really wanted to pose him holding his hat, tipped down. That classic look is my favorite. That explains why they molded it to be around his neck like that. That is a hell of a fucking neck peg, guys. That is just... Are we even going to be able to get this guy back on? There we go. All right. Cool. As far as articulation is going, though, it is pretty good. Not contradicting what I said earlier. I'm still not a fan of these joints and stuff. And I see this on a lot of anime figures and stuff. I just feel like a lot of them just... There's something that just screams cheap to me personally about these figures and stuff. And that's why I've never really gotten interested in the SH figure arts and stuff, because the way that the joints are on those just does not appeal to me personally. The way they look, basically. I don't like this. Where you can just see that joint like that. It throws me off, you do see joints on figures. These are diamond selects. I don't like that either. And this one's also a diamond selects. I like the way that the joint is more hidden on this one, but at the same time, that's limited articulation. That sucks. Having this elbow piece here kind of throws me off too on those dragon stars. And then you get it, I'm just picky, and it's mainly I'll tell you exactly what it is that really drives me nuts about a lot of the anime figures. You get a lot of these anime characters that are less clothed, so there's a lot of exposed skin, and that's where my issue comes in, is those skin tones just look very weird on a joint. The orange pants on Goku, even with it having this big gaping open on the back for that leg articulation, it doesn't scream bad to me. It doesn't look that bad to me. These elbows look kind of bad to me because it's more flesh toned. These knees look kind of bad to me because it's more flesh tone. It really you can really see the divide and the separate. I think that's what it is for me personally. Is even his arms. I'm not as upset with his arms, and it's the same kind of way. What I don't like though is whatever they got going on with this shoulder. The way they got it in here, it sits and it looks weird. It reminds me of some of these cheap Figma styled kind of things that I've came across knockoffs and everything. I always assumed they were knockoffs and stuff, like off like Temu, Wish, all that stuff. You can get some stuff like that, and like it reminds me of those cheap kind of things. Like it's just, I don't know. I don't really care for the style of the way they decided to do all these joints on him. I do like the figure though. Face. It's okay. Sculpting on the body. It's okay. It's very passable. I have compared it to like what was that one company I seen? I haven't gotten anything from them, but they did an Ace, and I think it was called like Mega House or Mega Horse or something like that. And like just the sculpting alone, you can see the quality difference. So like you're getting what you pay for. This is a cheap end of figure to have. Like it is a good figure. Fix that leg. Jesus Christ, that looked wonky. All right, let's look at his height real quick. We are quite literally at that 6-inch mark. Quite literally at that 6-inch mark. So let's go ahead, look here, what we can do. And I do want to change out the hands real quick so we can take a look at that. Oh, God. I don't like the way these legs are on him. They are just way too thin. They would not be so bad if they weren't so thin. And I'm hoping, because we do got a few others of this wave and stuff in this line, a couple other of the Straw Hat Gang, I'm hoping that I am more impressed with them. I was questionable about Luffy to start with, just because of the fact that he's got thin limbs. Like, you know, thin limbs is definitely always a sketchy area in general. See if we can do this, because we can get away with that, right? That ain't that bad. It looks pretty cool. Look even cooler if we could come back up a step. You guys are watching me play. You guys let me know if you don't like watching me play. I'll stop playing. Let's see if we can get a good... We want more of a body twist on that. And too bad he doesn't come with alternate faces. And that is my biggest gripe about... My biggest gripe is that they're not coming with like accessories. We've got extra hands. We got a grippy hand, an open like hand, another grippy hand, and another open hand. But like, it's Luffy. We needed like a joint here that we could pull off and put a long red piece in to make it look like he's got long arms. For his, you know, like at least to do like a gum pistol or something like that, you know, or hell, give him like, you know, a chicken leg or something, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a big advocate for accessories. I don't count hands as accessories personally. I don't. And I feel like a lot of times they're like, oh, it has accessories, and it's just like alternate hands. I'm underwhelmed by anime heroes so far, but at the same time, for your budget, when it comes to anime figures itself, like I hate how like everything is like figurine or like statue, and it's so hard to find articulated anime figures, and it's just like, why don't you make more of them? And it's usually like SH Figure Arts that does like 90% of like everything, it seems. Like, if you guys know some companies that do some really badass things, let me know, because I am definitely in the market for better quality figures and accessories especially. Like, I am already thinking like how I can like take like even like just a fucking red straw and like, you know, extend this arm to make like a little like gum effect. Like, I don't know. Thanks for sticking around, guys, and we will chat with y'all later.